Hello, Internet! Welcome to Two and a Half Brains, our Pavement Road production. Talking all about the latest episode of Survivor Season 39, Episode 4. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. You can comment away, share your thoughts, tweet me directly at YoGrabAGabba. You can email the show pavementroadproductions@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pavementroadproductions. And we're talking all about the latest episode of Survivor Season 30, Episode 4. And joining me, as always, is Bailey. Hi. And Jessica. Jessica, welcome to the show. You're good right here.
Hello, everybody. I can't talk that much.
It's all right. It's going to be a quick show tonight. We'll talk about the episode, and we know there's a swap coming next week, so we're really excited about that. Looking forward to that coming up. Talking about the latest episode, though. Jessica, tell us about your thoughts about this episode. What do you think?
I'm glad my winner pick's still there for one more show. I don't think she's going to win anymore, but it was good.
Mine either.
Yeah.
But there's only one person who's in the game still that was not on a team. That's Janet.
So one of us is winning.
One of us is very likely to win. And B-Back lost another player.
He did.
But his winner pick is the strongest of the three of ours. I would say.
Yeah, winner pick, yeah.
So
I have the strongest, I think, out of anybody on my team.
Strongest team.
I have one of my teammates is the strongest in the whole.
Oh yeah, I think the winner pick. I think the winner. If you ask me right now, I think the winner's on your team.
I think so too. I can agree with that.
But so far you haven't lost anybody, but your winner pick's not looking great. I've lost one. My winner pick's not looking great. BB's lost two, but his winner pick is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a competitive final stretch down the line here. We'll see, but merge or swaps always screw things up. We'll talk about that next week. Excited to see where that leads us. Mm-hmm. Jessica, how can people find you on Twitter?
Just T820.
Just T820. Again, I'm at YoGrabAGabba. So let's go ahead and dive in like we like to do. Start off with our three, the most important moments of the episode, moments that mattered. Kind of look back a little bit, in the history of the show a little bit as well, and talk about three moments that mattered, at least for this episode, and what we can maybe expect from them going forward. Bailey will throw his 2 cents in as we go along as well. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, well,
his name is Bailey.
All he wants to look is through the curtain.
All right. Jessica,
Mm-hmm.
moment number 1 of moments that mattered.
Great idea, poorly executed.
Yeah, so what's that referring to, Jessica?
Nora's she's great. She's great. She's a little crazy. She really got herself in trouble trying to convince them to make her the caller. They could just see how out there she was about it.
I mean, when she came back from Island of the Idols, first of all, at Island of the Idols, she should negotiate a little bit more, because a vote blocker when everybody's going to vote you out doesn't do you any good.
But nobody has. Everybody's so excited. One person has, and that's it, Vince. And he got knocked out right away.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, Nora...
Everybody jumps right at the chance.
Right.
She jumped right at the chance.
Right, and that's dumb. I mean, again, if you're on the bottom, you need more than a vote block.
I mean, I guess you're inspired by who's talking to you.
Of course.
But you can't really just... They don't want to look stupid in front of them, too. So I think it's a combination.
I do, too. I think they were trying to, I might not get another shot at this opportunity. I might not get another opportunity at this, so I better jump on it because they might not give me another chance. But
right.
you have to think about the fact that, risk-reward, everybody wants to make big moves, but I think, I don't remember who said it. One of the recent seasons said, big move does not necessarily make equal good. I think it was Allison from season 36 or 37. Big move does not necessarily make equal good move. It could be a big move just like a big move. Mm-hmm. And, these are all big moves. Going after, trying to make these big swings in the game to try to get an advantage, it's not great.
Right.
That being said, the idea that she came back with was not a bad idea. She should have, again, negotiated for more.
Yeah, it was good, yeah.
She should have negotiated for more. She should have tried to get, multiple vote steals or vote blocks or whatever. But it was still, the idea of it was not bad.
No, she just really needed to figure out explaining it better and actually be good at being a caller.
Certainly. Certainly,
Because in
and
practice, they could tell that wasn't going to work.
that was a disaster. Yeah. So I mean, I think the idea of so I think what I would have done is said, so guys, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news is the other team is going to get to pick in the next challenge. The other team is going to get to pick the roles they have.
Right.
The good news is our roles are already determined, but I got to see the challenge ahead of time, so that's the good news. I got to see the challenge, I got to study it so I can help us do well in the challenge. The bad news is our roles are already selected.
The problem with that is Jeff says to pick your people. If that were the case, I feel like he would be there to be like, all right, well, Nora's this role already, kind of thing.
Certainly, and that's
But you never know.
And they could have said, well, that's for the other team. Ours is whatever. And also too, Jeff does watch the daily videos, so he might know what the plan is and may try not to blow it up. But either way, something along those lines is better than what she did.
Yeah.
Because again, the idea was good. Make yourself the caller. Put yourself in the position, but you've got to lie in some way. But she just didn't sell the lie at all. She's like, so I'm the caller. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. And they're like, well, how are you the caller?
They're like, you guys just have to unanimously vote and say that I can pick my role, and I'm the caller.
And what kind of challenge? Oh, I can tell you about it. We have to pick me as well.
Right.
Give them something first.
Right.
Yeah, give them something. Give the dog a bone, if you will.
We don't have many bones left, really.
Give the dog a bone.
Give him. Bone? Oh, I didn't even look. No bone?
Yeah, I know, he's looking at you. He's staring at your head.
Hi.
So you got to give them something to get them, through the next, to get them to want to continue hearing more. You got to throw a little bit out there and then reel them in. You can't catch a fish when you're pulling the boat. You got to throw it out there, give them a little bite, and then you reel them in closer and closer and closer. And that's how you do it.
That's how you catch a fish.
That's how you do it.
You let them bite, and then you snag them.
Right, exactly. And if you don't have anything on your line, they're probably going to catch a fish. Yeah. So that's the big thing you got to understand is the idea was fine. It was just she didn't do it the right way. Somebody who is better at the game, better strategically, better socially, better had a better dynamic in the group, could have easily made that lie work. They would have handled it a little differently. Like Chris from last year, he was good at that stuff. He could have definitely told them, "Hey, here's what we're doing," and then they would have been all on board with it because it's the delivery. She had the idea up here, it just didn't come out here right, and the delivery was terrible.
Agreed.
What's next?
Puzzled again. This
freaking
orange team can't do a puzzle to save their life, but I will say, out of everybody, apparently Aaron can do a puzzle blindfolded better than a lot of people on the team. I don't think he's even done an actual puzzle himself.
I don't know.
So I think he needs to do the freaking puzzles.
I mean, I think Aaron is... The thing with Aaron is, I think he is the closer type of character, type of player.
Yeah.
Whoever, if there's throw this ring around something or a ring toss or tossing a ball, or he's the Keith now. Keith, when he was on his seasons, he wasn't athletic. He was an older dude. He's fine. He's a fireman, but he's an older dude, and you wouldn't think he'd be the Joey Amazing, but every time there was a challenge that ended with a carnival game, he always won them because he was good at those types of things. I feel like Aaron is that kind of that character, right? Who's that guy who's just going to step up and be like, "Hey, look, this one needs to be done. I'll be the one who takes the last shot." He's the one who wants the ball at the end of the game.
I mean, I know Elizabeth was the caller and telling him what to do, but it seemed like he kind of put them into place a lot without her even saying anything.
Yeah.
And if not for messing up 2 pieces, they would have gotten it, but of course they did not. And they go to tribal again because they're not good.
Terrible at the puzzles, man.
Wentworth's team all over again.
Yeah, I mean...
Guys just can't work together.
And Malolo before them. I mean, it's terrible. I mean...
I don't know.
Even...
I feel like these people, again, though, can't really work together that well. Slightly, but...
It's crazy.
I don't know. Just the puzzle. They have no good puzzle people.
I feel like they have a lot of self-doubt in that team, too. A lot of people don't really want to be that one who I mean, Krishma.
No, I was just gonna say, really.
She says she's good at puzzles, but she hasn't wanted to step up and take the shot.
She hasn't done anything, though.
Right.
She hasn't stepped up to do anything. You're disappointing me. I had so much faith in you.
I did too.
So did even Sandra. come on. I hope you go to the island next.
Well,
and you get, what?
best thing she can hope for is a swap, which is happening next.
I know. I want her to go to the Island of Idols too. Be like, what's going on? She saw you and said that she liked you
Yeah.
the first episode.
I know, and it's the puzzle definitely got them. I mean, I didn't even notice when they showed it that was wrong. I didn't even notice what was missing. I didn't even catch it.
It was the there's triangles.
Okay.
2 of them weren't right. They weren't connected.
Okay.
So two just had to flip flop basically.
So that was, and Elizabeth had the puzzle done, and they were behind early. Mm-hmm. They got the puzzle done first. It was just off.
He just put them in well by himself.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, the other team had the same thing messed up. They just got it fixed first.
Yeah,
That's basically what it was.
So there you go. And then always, I looked up the name of the title. The name of the challenge was. What did I say it was? It was Paris. Paris. And they don't know why, but they always happen to have the poles at just the right spot to bang your nuts on them when you're blindfolded.
Because it's funny.
It's funny and it's painful, and I don't know. At least
happening to you.
Right. Well, at least they're only pulling water down their heads, as opposed to like when Kelly Remington dropped I think it was Dan's fault, but they dropped the crate or the sled. They were lifted up in the air. They dropped on her friggin' head. That was bad. So at least it wasn't anything like that this time.
Right.
But the puzzle again, it always comes down to the damn puzzle or the tossing the ball or throwing the hoop or whatever carnival game or puzzle. It's always a great equalizer. And again, it is again this season. It's come down to the puzzle every time.
We need Christian.
Right, you do, and I mean it's it's not good. But I know we noticed last week with the video quality was better, I think, than it was last 2 weeks. Hopefully we have that problem worked out, and it's gonna continue to be better and not freeze like it was and be all lagging. But cool. So I think it's good. I think that's a good place to move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts?
No, I think we're good.
Cool. Third moment that mattered was
Girls Not Alliance, because girls are terrible and they flip on each other and they're catty, and I was really hoping that they would all stick together and just get rid of all the guys.
Me too.
But no.
Speaking of Cat E, I showed you that video last night of Cat E in her season 21 or 24 with Kim.
Everybody loves a blindside.
I love blindside. Blindsides are awesome. Chelsea ate her words big time this week. Just like Kat. Yeah, just like Kat did in that season. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was not great. Not a great look. And it went into the thing is, it went into the travel, and I was like, I have no idea who it was gonna be. I mean, it could have been any of 4 people. And again, the girls aren't aligned, but they ended up one of their own allies who seemed like she was pretty good with them.
They weren't aligned though before that. They were talking during, before tribal.
Yeah.
Missy's the one that flips and says, well, I gotta get rid of Chelsea because she just wants to break up the showmance.
Yeah.
And we want to get rid of Dean. It's like, so you're going to flip on your alliance. But either way, they were going to flip on their alliance because it was either Chelsea or Charisma. One. So why not just keep the damn numbers?
Right. Well, that's why I look at it. And the thing is, too, I mean, they wanted, I mean, if you ask me who's running that group, who was obviously the 5 women were together, but who were the 3 core? I would have said Elizabeth, Missy, and Chelsea.
Right, me too.
And so then the fact they went on Chelsea, I mean, I don't know. Was Chelsea really that close with Dean? I mean,
I don't know. She was definitely flirting and everything.
Yeah.
And talking and with him all the time though. That's the thing.
And cuddling.
You can't do that. So yeah, she was with him.
The thing is,
you wouldn't have done that if you weren't.
Right. The thing is, right. What did Missy say this episode? She's kind of working with Aaron, and we already know Elizabeth's working with Tom.
Yeah.
So everybody has somebody on the side. That's Survivor. If you have your main alliance, you also have a couple people also who aren't in that main alliance.
Well, you don't
sub-alliance.
Spoon them underneath the damn trees.
And that's the thing, and that's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go back from there in the transition and talk about who didn't survive this week. And Chelsea did not survive this week, and why?
Survive because she's spooning guys. Just stick to the girls. Stick to your alliance.
Stick it to the girls.
Not that. I did not say that.
Okay,
No.
so why didn't Chelsea survive? You don't be an obvious pair.
Well, she said she's not there for a showman's. Well, then you're doing a really bad job of showing that to everybody.
I mean,
It wasn't super overt, but
Right.
you still were spooning and hanging out, and just don't do that.
so the way if you ask me right now, would Chelsea have stuck with the girls or flipped with Dean to take out the girls?
She would have stuck with the girls.
I agree, 100%. But when the numbers were getting smaller, and everybody else had look, who else could they have voted for?
Version.
So you didn't vote for a girl in your alliance, or a girl in your alliance.
It's because they wanted to break up the showmans. Yeah, I know.
And so, that's the thing, right? I mean, they didn't have the other any options because what she doesn't know is Tom is aligned with Elizabeth, Aaron is aligned with Missy.
Who doesn't know that?
Chelsea didn't know all that.
Elizabeth came out and said that she was close with Tom. That's why she didn't want to vote him
Sure.
out the last episode.
But
She didn't say she's working with him, but she said she's close with him.
right, well, I think what I'm saying is she doesn't necessarily know how close they are. I mean, she said, "Yeah, I'm working with
Yeah.
Tom." It was kind of like a passing thing.
She said she's
Everybody-
close with him. She didn't say she's working with him.
And everybody knew she was working with Dean,
Yeah.
and it was obvious.
Right.
Right, so yeah, I mean, everybody has, and everybody knows everybody has sub alliances and everything like that. But when you're like, ding, 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 ding,
Dean, 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 Dean.
or Dean, 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 right, exactly, and you have that big neon sign over your head saying we're a power couple, we're a pair, we're working together. Well, then you can't hide that. You know, if one or two people know that you have a sub alliance with somebody else, that's one thing, but you can't be out in the open about
And
it.
it wasn't a secret, though, to them either, because not if freaking Elaine's calling them out in front of everybody, like, oh, hold you guys, oh, that would work, that's cute. Like, then you know you're in danger. They should have known. Both of them should have known at that point.
That reminds me of when Millennials vs. Gen X, when Taylor and when Figtails was a thing, when Taylor and Figgy
No.
were a couple, and they decided to open up about it and tell the rest of their tribe, and they told Jessica Lewis and says, "Yeah, we gotta tell you, we're actually in a showmance." Jessica goes, "You think?" Because the whole world knew,
Right.
and in this case, I think Chelsea probably. I mean, if you ask me who was the smartest person to vote out, I would have said Dean
Agreed.
or
Original.
Krishma. Why?
Because she's going to get knocked out anyways. But they're all about blindsides because
Yeah.
it's day 9 and they're playing like it's day 28.
Exactly.
So
They're playing at day
it
30.
just doesn't like
And
all of it's too fast.
yes, day 11. But yeah, I get what you're saying though. It's
Well, yeah,
it, but yeah,
not
still.
that far into the game.
No, absolutely. You should the first 15 days you should play very slow, but
It hasn't at all.
it hasn't at all. And they said, and like Jamal said, 2 weeks ago, whatever. Everybody's playing fast, and he's not used to that. Well, you got it because you can't be the one who's playing. You can't be the outsider. You have to be doing what everybody else is doing.
Right.
And the last thing to say about her getting knocked out, Chelsea getting knocked out, I think one of the biggest problems that they ran into with her and Dean was they didn't want to lose any more challenges, but stupidly, you're going to swap. You're going to swap, so who cares if you lose any more challenges? You're going to swap next week anyways. The reason you get rid of Krishma or Dean is because it doesn't upset anybody.
Yeah.
And now you have all those free radicals. If you think about it, right? Aaron doesn't necessarily love anybody because his number one ally got knocked out.
Right.
Every vote, they're pretty much taking out somebody who has allies left in the game. Early on, that's why you make the easy votes. Because you swap. Now you swap. Aaron, depending on who he's with, has no real allegiance to anybody. I mean, depending on if he's with Missy, maybe, but other than that, he really doesn't care. He'll get whoever's next, right? Tommy, who cares? Whatever.
Right.
Right? Or Tom or whoever. He doesn't care. And then you have on the other side with getting rid of Chelsea now. Dean, he's freed up, but he also could be upset about it. He could be wanting to target somebody. One of the girls could feel like they were slighted. So the best thing to do is
Girls always feel slighted.
Well.
But
anyways, if you get rid of Krishma, nobody's upset about that. It's an easy vote, and now you're going to the swap with everybody's more of a cohesive unit. You can kind of, all right, guys, hey, let's make the easy vote. We're all in this together. I don't want anybody else to go. She's the easy one to go, and then you swap, and now you have more stuff going on. I mean, again, Elaine in a swap, who knows what she's going to do.
Right.
There's too many people right now who really aren't tied to anybody in particular. Mm-hmm. So if they get a better offer, they're going to take it. Whereas I think if they kept the people together, and got rid of the ones that everybody could agree on, they have less of those free radicals and they have more opportunities to stay together. They need luck in a swap anyways, but you need a lot less luck if you're tighter as a group.
Charisma's gonna get swapped and she's gonna start working with Nora.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Oh, sign me up.
Then they're gonna run the game.
They're the final three. Oh my god. Oh god, I want that so bad. That would be awesome. It could.
They're kind of both outsiders now, so
that'd be really funny.
Interesting.
That'd be really funny. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the players who did well this week and the players who did not do so well this week. Spoiler alert: 2 of our freaking winner picks will be on the not do so well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom 3 first, and we'll start with player number 1 on the bottom 3, and that is who?
Mr. Dean.
Yeah, Dean. So why is Dean in the bottom 3? Obviously.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, we did. I mean, Dean was on the bottom because his number 1 ally got knocked out. He's in an obvious duo, and he's in the bottom of the guys' lines. And the guys. I mean,
it's pretty bad. I blanked out on who Dean was, so that's why I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, he's not that important. He had a bad week last week too when he said we should split the votes.
Yeah, so one of you people standing here, you're gonna go.
Right. I mean, and Chelsea says she's a super fan. Dean says he's a super fan. All right, maybe.
I think everybody just says that.
Of course they say that. They have to say that. I've actually never seen the show, but what's the show doing? Yeah.
I would do that.
Well, that's okay. We'll let you being honest, I guess.
I don't watch the show that much. So.
And some people do say that. I mean, remember B Nguyen, with the Bee's knees.
Yeah, the one that went out because of her knee.
Yeah, Bee's knees. Yeah, she said she never watched the show until she got on the show, and then she binged like 5 seasons right before she went on, and that's fine. I mean, that's everybody else says I'm a super fan. I bet you're probably not. And Dean, you don't get if you're a super fan, you don't get an obvious pair. I mean, that's just come on, you're not a super fan.
Right.
But yeah, that's what Dean did. That's what Chelsea did, and that's big time would hurt them. Dean again not doing great in the challenges, and he, an obvious pair. It's not a good thing. I think that
don't be in a show mood.
Right, and they said the guys last week were fine with getting rid of Vince because he was really one of their numbers anyways. And I think this week, if you said, "Hey, look, it's a guy going, Tom, Aaron, it's me, you, one of you two, or Dean," do you think they jump on voting out Dean immediately? Of course they do. Bailey's like, no.
That scared the crap out of me.
Bailey's like, no, I'm kicking you in the face for saying that.
Hit me.
I know.
His tail.
But Dean, I think, really has nobody right now. I mean, I think he could work with the guys, but I think anybody would throw somebody of the bus to themselves, but I think they wouldn't think twice about it.
Right.
No. Any other thoughts on Dean? No. Definitely not. Dean's not on the good list. He's not on the Dean's list. He's on the loser list.
The naughty list?
He's on the loser list, yeah.
Okay.
Who is number 2 on our list?
Krishna.
Take it away. Tell me about her.
Honey. She's just lost it. She thinks everyone's against her, everyone's out to get her, nobody's aligned with her, and instead of stepping up and showing everybody, yeah, I know, it's crap. Instead of showing everybody that she can actually do something and stepping up and doing something, because they say she doesn't do anything, she just sits there and whines that she doesn't have anybody to help her.
Right?
Or anything. So just do something. Yeah, he's as upset as I am. I know.
It's very upsetting.
Stupid.
And yeah, I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, she said everybody's against her, no one else work with her. I'm gonna be easily voted out. Well, where did that come from? You were in a 5 alliance.
Because she cut her hand and no one came up to her, and I get that because I would be upset too. But if someone overtly tells you like you don't do anything at the campsite, then you should go back and start doing stuff.
I mean, that's
what you do. You show that you're there to be kept. But she hasn't done any of that. She's waiting to get chopped. That's all she's doing.
That's all she's doing. She knows she's on the bottom, and she put herself there, and now she's just
sitting there moping and waiting until they freaking finally put her on her misery.
And in all honesty, too, right? I mean, people say about just Jatia, for example, who her she getting out and just threw the rice everywhere and made a mess, right? Honestly, if I'm going out of the game if I'm about to be voted out, I'm not going with dignity in class. I'm freaking tearing I'm tearing the freaking camp apart. I'm gonna either find an idol. I'm gonna stir up some trouble. I'm gonna have them like pull a Brandon Hands, go to the immunity challenge, and say we're voting out now instead of doing the challenge. Like that's what I want. I want them to vote me out because I'm making it their life unbearable because I know I'm going next.
I'm releasing the chickens. I'm hiding the flint.
All those things. Pouring water on the fire. All those things, right? I mean, that's
tearing down the shelter.
Yes. Or try to get back people with good grades, right? I mean, but you don't just sit there and say, "Oh, I guess I'm going out tonight." Okay.
That's all she's doing.
Right.
It drives me crazy.
Have some fight.
You're terrible.
Have some fight.
You're a lawyer, for God's sakes.
Oh, I guess I'm losing this case. I guess they're going.
I know.
I guess they're going to jail.
Understand.
I don't think she's a criminal lawyer, but either way.
Huh?
I don't think she's a criminal lawyer, but
no,
either way.
She's like Jason.
Okay, personal injury, right?
I think so.
Oh well, you get hit by a truck. Can't prove it.
That
sucks
guy's
to be you.
probably getting a couple thousand. That's fine.
Oh well, at least I have my legal fees.
I just don't understand. Like, I know you're out of your element. I know it's not like you're used to. It's different culture, but just pull yourself together.
She really has to, and maybe she will. There's still a chance.
Her and Nora are gonna team up. Her, Nora, and Jason are gonna run the game.
Good lord. Oh man, that'd be fun.
Island of Misfits.
Yeah, Island of Misfit Toys sounds great. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see her do it. I hope she does. I hope she pulls it together. I really want her to do well.
But do you really want her to do well?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think she'd be cool. I mean, there's been one Indian person who's won the game before. Mm-hmm. And I think she'd be a good fit for her. I think she's got the good personality and like that. I
think if she shows her fight in her, that she would be good.
And you're right. If she plays the game instead of just waiting to be voted out, I think she could be great. But she's not playing the game right now, so you can't. Krishna Patel right now is not the one I want to see win the game. Mm-hmm. I want to see Krishna Patel who is a player. Mm-hmm. I want to see her win the game. Who's next? Who's the last one on our bottom three if we didn't already know?
Nora. She's just a little out there, a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And they are delicious, but she's way cuckoo.
Yeah, I mean, the lie was terrible. The idea of it was fine, but the lie was terrible. She wasn't even listening to Mostov. She was all geeking out. She didn't even. I don't think she really knew who Boston Rob was.
She's just so happy to sit there and eat watermelon and talk to them.
Right.
God.
And she wanted advice on her game, but instead of listening and listening to what they were saying, she couldn't wait to jump in and say something. Mm-hmm. And then they gave her an opportunity. She was, "Oh yeah, Nora. Everybody in the tribe wants to vote you out. Everybody. As soon as you lose, you're gone. What does one vote steal do for that? One vote block. What does it do? Nothing.
So if you can convince them to be the caller, you get to steal someone's vote. Done. Are you sure? Oh yeah, I'm doing it. Totally. Okay.
Just dumb. Just not.
I don't know.
Not smart. She's just continuing to dig herself a bigger grave, and I'm not. I'm definitely. I mean, again, at a swap, maybe she was a loyal ally. Maybe she is, somebody who you can be picked up, and a barnacle on the bottom of the boat to be carried along farther. I mean, all those things are possible, certainly.
Yeah. I don't see her winning the game.
No.
She's just
again
interesting.
She has to completely become somebody else to win the game, and she doesn't have the self-awareness to do that. Krishma, yeah. I think Krishma, the difference between Krishma and Nora, Krishma has enough internal, if she can get out of her own way. She knows she can. She knows she has it in her.
Right.
Nora doesn't know that people think she's crazy.
She doesn't know that people think she's crazy.
I don't think she does.
I think she knows. She says she knows that people, usually don't like her. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what she said. I do remember her making comments about it. She knows people aren't fond of her.
But I don't think she's as in on the joke as she should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people know how much out of her mind they think she is.
I mean, they said, what Dan said, if people roll their eyes through the back of their head and back out the front, that's how they'd be talking to her. I don't think she sees that. I think she thinks that maybe they're not really buying what I'm selling. No, you're hilarious to them. You are a clown. and it's not
She
good.
just runs 100 miles a minute though. She can't keep anything straight, and
Right.
she moves on one thing to the next, and she can't focus. Like, yeah, she's an entrepreneur, but like,
Right.
I think it's just yoga.
Yeah.
And I also think like she probably would change her mind every couple of months on what she wants to do too. So it's,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
practicing for the collar was terrible. It was just not a good
Yeah,
thing.
if you're gonna do that, you better freaking know what you're gonna do.
And one thing I'm also wondering about, by the way, we said she lost her vote. I believe it's probably her next tribal council. I would think.
I would assume.
I would assume. That being said, I can't remember the last time somebody was voted out without a single dissenting vote.
Without a what?
A single dissenting vote. Like, if she's voted out next week, she doesn't get to vote for anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So if say they swap it, it's a tribe of 5, there's 4 votes for her, and there'll be literally 0 votes for somebody else. It'll be 4-0. That doesn't happen in Survivor, because at least there's at least 1 vote for somebody else.
There might not be this time.
There might not be. We'll talk about the swap in a second, but that's I think Nora's. I mean, her only saving grace is she's weird enough and bad at the game enough that there's gonna be other bigger threats.
But yeah, people should want to keep around the others that they could get rid of easily.
Right. The other easy consensus votes, absolutely. The only reason you don't is if they're afraid they're gonna steal your spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I could definitely see bringing a couple of people further along and then being able to just cut them because nobody will care.
Definitely.
So I think she'd be one of them.
I could definitely see it. Let's real quick talk about the swap, because I think I said last week I thought it was going to happen this upcoming week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what they're going to do is how they love doing it: swap from 2 to 3, 3 tribes of 5, 1 person, just like it was on 37. 1 person goes to, in this case, Island of the Idols. Whoever doesn't pick a buff out of the random draw, they go to Island of the Idols. They get an advantage, whatever, blah blah. They come back and join the tribe who lost somebody. They sit in on the tribal council, watch the dynamics of the tribe, and then join, replacing the person who gets voted out. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I mean, it makes the most sense. They have the Island of the Idols there.
So then Krishma just needs to go to the Island of Idols, and she'll definitely get through one more week.
So and again, for her, she needs to swap.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's smart enough to sit back, and as long as she doesn't get her own paranoia in the way, I think she can form a good bond with a new group. Nora is Nora. Nora's outgoing. Nora's outspoken. Nora's gonna say things that are stupid. Karishma, I think, could be quiet and let the game come to her, and that's a better thing. So if you ask me right now, I'll go 2 on the bottom. Who has a better shot of surviving a swap? Karishma, because Karishma doesn't always say, "Hi, I'm here," like Nora does.
Yeah.
So I think, if you ask me, who's got the better shot to survive that one. But again, the best thing I would think what's gonna happen: swap 3 tribes of 5. 1 person goes to Island of the Idols, comes back, watches the tribal council, see who's voted out, and then joins the tribe who lost the person. That's my guess. Again, that's not knowing nothing, but just kind of how Survivor. It seems like you want to do things lately. That'd be my guess.
Sounds good.
Let's take a look at the top 3 of the week. The ones who did the best this week. We'll start with number 3 is who?
Jamal.
The Shipman. Jamal Shipman, number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, his name's Shipman.
Gotcha.
He's a shipman. He's like boats, I guess. Yeah.
Boats and hoes?
Probably. I'm sure. He seems like a boats and hoes kind of guy.
Probably.
Jamal. Why is he here? Any idea?
He found an idol.
He did. He found an idol. He still thinks people take him seriously when they really don't.
Yeah, he still thinks he's running the game,
Right.
and he's not.
Right.
Also, though, staying behind when everybody else was going to
Smart.
do stuff was smart, or put a target on his back, though. If he's alone at camp, people can think that he's just going to do whatever, wander off.
Here's the only reason I think it's not a bad thing. Because the last couple episodes, what would we see Jamal doing all the day? Sleeping. So they all go out in the water and doing their thing, and Jason's going off to do a walk, which means a interview.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'll just lay back here. They don't think anything different, because that's what he does all day anyways. So when he goes actually look for an idol, finds one, comes back, and he's still laying there when they come back.
Right, and he needs one because he just lays there and does nothing.
Right.
That's all he does.
Right. So I think he'll be okay. But you're right. You want to be in. Maybe the better move would be to ingratiate yourself with the group and do a group activity with them.
Especially when you're on the outs.
For sure. Like Jack's doing that. Jack's kind of getting in with the group and doing that, and Jamal's just not. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I mean, again, ingratiate with the group, but they see you as the guy who sleeps all day anyways. So when you're doing that, they don't think you're looking for hard. They think you're sleeping.
Right. I just mean now that you think you're in the game and you're really not.
He's delusional too. There's a lot of delusional people this season, and a lot of people who have way too much self-doubt and paranoia. Looking at you, Christian.
See.
All right. Any other thoughts on Jamal, the ship man from the sea?
Does he live in a pineapple under the sea?
No, because he's we won't go there. Okay, so we're going to talk about the SpongeBob of it all. So let's go ahead and talk about who is number 2 on the list. Missy Bird!
Everybody's heard about the word.
Oh, I thought we could go the other way.
But bird's a word.
I thought we could go the other reference. I'm like a bird.
I can't sing right now, so
My
that
voice
won't work.
is not great either right now. Ever, but either right now. So Missy. Why is Missy number 2?
She's still with the Girls Alliance?
Yeah.
She also kind of controlled flipping.
She did. Bit. She controlled the vote this week. There's no doubt. I mean, the vote, if you ask who, like, last week I said I feel like Elizabeth controlled the vote. This week, Missy controlled the vote.
Well, yeah, she's the one that said, oh, if we're not going to vote out Dean, I'd be fine voting out Chelsea. But you're flipping on your alliance, but...
Yeah, the question is, did Chelsea flip first by going with Dean? I don't think so. But she made it. She put a target on her back.
Yeah.
I think Missy's been doing well. She's very good in the physical portions of the challenges. She's and pretty good with a lot of people, and I think she's gonna be set up just fine for a swap. Again, knock on wood. That always screws everything up, but I think she's quite the player. I think she can do really well, and she definitely had plenty of agency in the vote this week.
I agree.
I think she could be number 1 this week, honestly. But I had another person who I thought would just did something very, very subtle this week that was awesome.
Pretty great.
And I wanted to give a shout out to that one, make her the player of the week.
She's been it once before.
She has. Missy was, I think, number 2 last week also.
Yep.
And she's been right in. Elizabeth has been up there once or twice also. But the player of the week this week is who?
Another one of my teammates.
Everyone has been one of yours, so every single one.
Pretty much.
Yeah, everyone.
Is it?
It was Krishma, and then it was Lauren, and then it was Elizabeth, and it's Lauren.
Oh, yeah. It's Lauren.
It's Lauren! Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So why Lauren?
Because she said, so Nora's sitting out, right? Yeah, Nora's sitting out. Nora's out. She's not the caller, obviously.
It was so good.
Everybody's discussing, like, Nora. She's like, Nora? Nora. Yeah, Nora? Okay. Nora, Jeff.
And I'm sitting out?
She's like, oh, me? I'm sitting out? Okay. My favorite part was how she hovered when people were the caller, when Jason was calling things, like the puzzle. She's just all watching.
It was great. And Lauren, I mean, Lauren was the voice of the audience in a big way. That episode, I mean, she was just like, the audience like, come on, we can't let Nora be the caller. That's terrible. She's like, yeah, Nora's there. It was great. I mean, it didn't have that much of an impact on the episode. Missy was probably the player of the week because she had to be, on the vote and eliminating the player or whatever. But that was just so great by Lauren. I loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, she screwed up her plan too.
Yeah, she did.
Screwed up her vote and everything else.
She did.
I think she made more of an impact on the game then.
In weeks to come, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the move this week could be huge, just because Nora doesn't have a vote, and especially if what I'm thinking is the way it is that she doesn't get a vote at her next tribal, if they swap to 5 and it's like 3-2.
Well, that's the thing. She
could
be the swing and she doesn't have a vote.
Oh my goodness!
And then someone has to swing, or someone has to flip,
or draw rocks.
They're gonna draw rocks. So.
Oh my goodness!
Could be a bad thing.
What if this is crazy? What if they have to draw rocks
and Nora still gets
pulls
eliminated
the rock without having a vote? Oh my goodness!
Justice, I guess.
Oh my goodness! That'd be a way to go out. If you're gonna go out, go out a way that's never been done.
That'd be a way for her to go out because she's just.
Yeah, well, she already did.
So.
I mean, I didn't watch her video or I read her bio, but that was it. I made her the winner pick, and I'm like, oh, she's about the average age of everybody else, middle age of the rest of the group. She's an entrepreneur, so she probably has whatever, she probably is a somebody who's hustler or that kind of thing. But man, oh man, I got that one wrong. I apologize. So
Yeah.
but that being said, we've done now 2 seasons of video, right? We did, I did all the blogs for all the seasons. And I did 2 seasons of the video, and this first season of the video, my guy went out right after the merge. I don't think this one's gonna go as far. Maybe she will. Maybe she'll go all the way to the end and be the 0 vote finalist. Who knows? But she could. She could go to the end and get no votes. I don't think she's gonna go that far. I think
No.
one of the things of being a 0 vote finalist, you can't be annoying. And Nora's
Well, she's annoying. She's not gonna make it that far.
I don't think so either. But so it's a binary. She's either gonna be better, the best winner pick I've had since we started the video, or the worst one.
Question: who is more annoying, Nora or Wendy?
Oh God, Nora.
Really? You could put up with Wendy more than Nora?
Wendy was weird. Nora's weird and in your face about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as she's not making me do freaking yoga while not having any food in me.
Right. So, or yoga in general. Let me do yoga at all would be great.
Yeah, I like yoga.
Goat
yoga.
There you go. Goat
yoga. Yeah.
You like that Amazing Race team, so they were out first.
Yeah.
But anyways, Lauren's player of the week, right? We agree on that?
Yes.
Cool. That's all I have for this week. I think that's it. I think it's a good place to wrap up. I think we're going to go ahead and finish up here. And
I think everyone's done hearing me cough.
yeah, I mean, you did way better this week than last week. The plan, though, is, again, for us not to be sick, not to be, who knows, it's been 3 weeks. We've been kind of, passing it back and forth, I think, with the cough. But hopefully next week we get this out on Wednesday night. So you have 2 days to watch it, before work and get our immediate responses, because they're usually way hotter. The fire burns much warmer
right
after
the
show when the torch gets snuffed, or smuffed, depending on who you're talking to. Other than that, I think that's the end of it. I think we're ready to wrap up here. Jessica, how can you find you on Twitter?
Justy820.
Justy820. Bailey, how can you find you on Twitter?
I'll make an Instagram. Cause you cute.
There you go. Follow Bailey on Instagram, whatever the handle's gonna be. You can. It's probably snooping out the window. 46. Alright. You can like the page, facebook.com/Pavement Productions, email the show pavementproductions@gmail.com. You can also tweet me directly at YogaGabba, subscribe, comment, share the post, all those fun things. Anything else, Jessica? Anything else, Bailey? Anything else? No? Cool. Then I got nothing else for you, because the tribe has spoken.
Bye.